Hello all, welcome to Chronically Happy Crafting Corner Chat. Right now, I want to show you all what my crafting corner looks like. I got new supplies today, and I want to show you all what all I include in a plur package to special cool people that I meet online, and I make these special orders for free. Uh, we usually try to negotiate a type of trade, but I have no idea what I'm getting. They have no idea what they're getting, and I've been working on packages for a long time. I haven't fulfilled any of them yet, so I'm I've been torn. I've been torn because of the dispensary business and all. So let me show you all my update. I'm very excited. I'm about to start launching my own website, and gosh, it's just getting all the supplies together while also simultaneously making stuff now. And I have somewhere to be tonight, super late. My silly vampire friend that can't be out in the UV light, and I'm gonna go stay the night. I'm gonna get there late, so it's okay with her. She said no rush. No rush means I'm taking my dang time, and I already have half my car loaded. I only got a couple more things to load, but other than that, I just need to finish putting away my new haul today. So let me give you guys a tour and show you what I've been up to. Today's supplies, I am now currently cutting all the tags off. These were all from like the dollar something section from Walmart and from Dollar Tree, various things. I end up, once they go from that, you know, because these ghosts have this like string and stuff to hang them from. Well, this is what I end up doing with them. Like, I make sure that everything has a hook to be able to string something through. So I screwed this in and glued it to make sure that it stays in. But I have to take my time so I can make sure I get like one single loop to be able to string through. Here's my bat. And so I'll take that string off, and then I'll have to take an O-ring and detach it from something else and put it onto this. So here's one of the current bats I need to work on. But I just bought a whole bunch more ghosts, and I found only one bat, or two bats. I got one of each now, so I've already made some. I haven't only given one of them away, but I'm excited for this little styrofoam ghost. I'm going to take this stupid thing out of the freaking thing. And yeah, now I have a witch's thing. Now I got some felt heads. So once I do this, I took them out of the bag. And then I'm going to now take a screw and glue it in. I haven't gotten that far yet, so that's why they're staying over here. This is the in progress station. And here's all the ones I've already kind of prepared to make candy with. Jewelry, necklaces, whatever, what have you. I'm going to be making a bralette of sort or something with this. I've gotten quite a few ideas. I just don't know where I'm going with yet. So anyway, here's my workstation in the garage. I have now taken over half my dad's garage, not just my corner that I used to have, and started filming in last year. Last year I had the screen right here, and it was fencing off this area. So I took that out, and I'm now using that to hang my clothes on. Here is my crafting station out in the garage. I also need this fan, so when I glue things, I hang it on this little tree thing and wait for the glue to dry overnight, and then I will take it over to my carousel that I just bought. I am so excited about this. So my workstation, my workstation inside my bedroom, I really had no room or table to work with. I had storage for my beads and my beads only. So as you see, I only have like half my beads out there. I have half in here. I have my fan down there. There. And then I used to have everything hanging up from my black light. This is where I test out all of my black light to make sure that it glows appropriately. So when I take pictures for my website, this is where it's gonna be done from. Sorry, it keeps blurring out on everything. Stormy, go away. Shh, go, out, recording. So anyways, I still have those bag things to put away. I still need to figure out what I'm going to do with that stuff. And I have some black felt that I'm going to make some kind of displays with, I think. I finally got myself an iron this weekend so I can start perlers. Perlers are melty beads that you can put in any kind of pattern, and you basically use an iron to press these into, stain into that pattern that you pick. So that is an example of one. I have a Super Mario Brother one. I did not make these ones. These were in trade. I also have a C3PO. So I'm going to be making that into a necklace at some point for somebody. These were all my new trades for my new friends. They're freaking awesome. She made me a shrimp. I got these other bracelets to wear. This one was awesome. I love the feel of this one. And it has a QR code. So I will go to that website and check them out and maybe purchase something. So anyways, this is my little old crafting area. I just didn't have room for doing all my other stuff and computer stuff and my gaming. I just didn't have room. But now look, here is my display. Isn't this amazing? Everything I've made for the dispensary is on this thing. And it's just perfect. I can't wait to clean it up. It still has dust on it. I got it from an estate sale. The top spins, the middle spins. There's places in the center where I can hang the lanyards right here. So they're not as visible. I mean, you kind of have to take a minute to look and like move this stuff aside, and you can see them on the inside the lanyards. See, here's the bat one. And then I have more bracelets down here on the bottom, and that spins as well. So I am just so excited, guys. That is like the best display I could have ever came up with, and it was only like a couple dollars at an estate sale. It's actually an old shoe rack. According to my uncle. I don't know, but this display is amazing. Beautiful quilt at the estate sale. So yeah, there's my old screen where all my clothes are hanging up. I just don't have much room in my bedroom. This is my whole room, guys. I'm giving you a tour. As you can see, everything is cram-packed in here as much as can be. There's Stormy's bed down there. Her crate used to take up half this room. It was insane. So that is my whole crafting areas. And I just went to my storage unit today to get some old clothes and stuff out. But I'm also in the process of doing like a couple packages. I love the ADHD. Here's what I do with my plur packages. As you can see, I have several started already. But all these things are included in my plur packages that I send people. Plur means peace, love, unity, respect, and responsibility. I like to add the extra R. You are responsible. Be responsible and accountable for what you do. And he lights up. So I'm going to be making candy out of those. I have a little squishy pumpkin guy. I'm going to try and make something out of him. I have all these fans to give away and packages. So if they don't want to do a clicky clacky fan, here's a little alternative. A cheap alternative, but still a pretty alternative for going into any indoor raves. Here's my Halloween stuff I have to continue working on. These I just bought today. I need to put away in one of the containers. I need to make these into I need to screw a screw into here and get these ready to go. So I need to put a screw into this guy too and glue it overnight. But yeah, I have so many clear package items that I like to throw like a couple of each thing in to somebody's box, along with any kind of jewelry that they order. These were this was a package that I put together, a tour package for somebody last year that I have not quite gotten out yet. Front most important one that I'm working on is for the one that I'm going to go visit tonight, and I just kind of wanted to walk through it with you guys and show you how I go about it. So, 1 second, I gotta take a drink of water. Alright, so I'm gonna basically put together one of these type bracelets just now. So what you start with is you start with 2 pre-made singles, and it takes 30 beads per single. That is about the average. I've done some with stretchier string. I've done some with, so I've used this kind, and I've used this 1mm elastic. This is my go-to. This is what I use for the majority of things. I do have a current project. I just found elastic 2mm, and this is like a hair tie. This is what it feels like, a hair tie. I haven't worked with any of this yet, so I was trying to start my brand new project earlier today, but I didn't have time. I had to go to my storage unit, and I had to do a lot of things. So I started working on that last night, actually. So anyways, so you take a string in order to start to do, this is what's called a ladder cuff. So whatever you want on the inside, the tutorial I watched, it showed me only using 2 in the middle. I have obviously done 3, but I'm not wearing one that has 3 on it. But you can do as many in the middle of it as you want. I've gone up to 4. Here's one that has 4. This is what let me see. This is the stretchy elastic string I use. I think it's 1mm as well. It didn't really come with like a size. I'm still learning sizes, guys. But it's very similar to 1mm. If not, it's like 1.5 or 1.25 or something like that. So close. And there is a benefit to using this rainbow kind, because it does, if you use any kind of like clear beads like this, it will show right through it. Some of my favorite beads are, I'm not wearing anything with it on. I don't see it really close by. It's like 5 or 6 down. Hope I don't knock over my piles. Pray for me. It's like pulling a tablecloth with all the dishes on the table, and you're like, whoosh. That's what it's like with these stacks of beads. So these are my favorite. These are called frosted honey beads, and these are the only colors I've ordered in bulk. I'm kind of still working on my collection. I will turn the camera for you guys. So I absolutely love them. These are my newest addition. These purple ones. These purple ones with this neon through the center of it. And then these black ones, I actually needed to order some more. These black ones are amazing because they are frosted, but you can see through them. And this looks so bright, and it really black light. So I'm all about trying to make jewelry that looks 2 different ways. I've always loved like chameleon and like rainbow and like, you know, the oil slick look. I've always really, you know, I love all colors. Like, I don't identify as any LGBTSAQ. I'm not trying to make fun of you guys. I just, there's too many to keep track of. But please, if you want to educate me on how many there are. I mean, I don't know how many this nation's up to, but, you know. I believe in whatever you want to do. Just don't hurt me in the middle of it. Don't hurt me. So these are my absolute favorite beads right now, because I've been doing a lot of ladder cuffs. I've been just trying to perfect ladder cuffs. I did singles for like the first 6 months that I started this craft hobby, and now I'm doing these. These skulls on the right with the white skulls, these glow in the dark green under black light and in the dark. And nothing special with this one. I just wanted to do a black and orange Halloween like one. This was actually my very first one I did, or second. I just gave the nurse at my doctor's office. I really kind of like the girl. She works reception. I'm not quite I don't know her name, but I think she's really awesome. And I was like, orange or purple? And that one I used black sparkly beads, and I used black and purple skulls, or maybe just black skulls, I don't know. But it looked very similar to these. And it was like either my first or second one, and this was either my first or second one. I wanted to expand it though, so I went 4 across the ladder. And what's kind of cool about this is it kind of scrunches up to look like this on the wrist, depending on how many you're wearing together. So 4 is kind of a little bit too much. I feel like 3 is the perfect number for a ladder. I really like the 3 pattern the most. But I'm going to still make some 4s. I'm still going to do a lot of 2s. I haven't done them in every color yet. I haven't figured out designs. I'm kind of like just going with the flow, making what I need to as I go along. So as I keep stumbling through this, I'm still picking design. Like I'm still trying to think about it, like how I want the design of the ladder on the inside of this. So my friend wanted me to make her a bracelet that said no sugar. So this is what it says so far. No sugar. Excuse me, backwards camera. But what I did was I threw extra little red gummy bears in between. And I contemplated doing the no with no space in between, but I really wanted to just make it like kind of centered like that, as best that I could when I go to do my ladder. So I'm thinking, because I actually picked out all the red and started doing red, and had like 1 and a half of these done before she finally replied to my text and said red and black. And I'm like, phew. Well, I was thinking red and black, and I did try a red and black pattern on the single itself, but I didn't like it. So I think I was just going to reserve it for, I'm just trying to decide if I want to do like black in the center of 2 red, and then maybe alternate that and do 2 in the outer, and then a red in the center, and use one of the opposite reds. None of these glow in the dark, none of them are reactive. She's not really into that stuff, so that's why I picked these that don't really glow or anything. But they still look cool. Like, I really like these red bracelets. I kind of need to make some singles just like this. Just this. It's been a long time since I've made singles, because I've been trying to do extra gifts and extra different art forms, different things. So I'm going to go ahead and do a 3 ladder, I think, just so I can get the black in there. Otherwise, I don't know how to do the red and black. Well, I could go like a checker pattern. You know what? Let's try and do a 2 ladder cuff. So you have your 2 singles. So what you do in order to start is you put your 2 beads in, and they can go all the way to the middle. You want to try and keep even strings amount on each side. And then you pick a place on your 2 singles to start. And then I'm going to start on the, okay, I think I'm going to start on the no sugar side. I'm going to try to not put my string through the bears. So I need to do the ones next to there. So this, that one, that one. Okay, I'll be skipping bears if I do start on this one. It's just because pony beads have a better, bigger hole to work through when you're doing these cuffs. I haven't tried any other kind of cuff, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this started, and then I'm going to pause this, and then I'm going to, like, you know, unpause it part way through and just keep going from there. So I'm going to start with, it makes me think a second. I'll continue, I'll show you the first couple steps of the ladder though. I just don't want to get too repetitive here. I'm going to make it like a checkerboard in the middle with the ladder, I think. I haven't tried that before, so I'm glad that I took a second to think about it and not jump the gun. So, okay. So what you did was you put the two beads by themselves for the ladder all the way at the bottom of your one string in half. See how the ends there? So I have the two singles. I just put the string through on one bead each inside. I don't know. I put it inside this one here, right before the letters, and then you go ahead and take your next two. I gotta make sure I have them in the right order. I want to do red first and then black. Okay. Take your red first and then your black. But before you go ahead and drop them, so you keep them in your hand with the string through it. So I've gone through the red and the black. I take the other one, the other end, and crisscross inside both beads, and then you pull those tight. Mine looks so messy when I start. And make sure they're going the right direction, because I tell you, I've done it once or twice where I put it in the wrong direction going into the beads. So far I've put in 4 or 2 rungs of my ladder. And so what you want to do is, you don't put it in the very next bead that you pulled it out of. I'm going to try and zoom in here on my camera and turn it around. So, as you see, I strung it through S. So when I put the 2 beads on, I strung it through the one. My hands are dirty from my storage unit, excuse me. If I knew I was going to film this, I would have washed my hands a lot better. So I put the 2 beads on, and then I strung it through the S, and then I strung it through the, so here's a gummy bear, here's a gummy bear, so I picked to do it right after the gummy bear, so I don't put a string through a gummy because it doesn't have big of a hole. So I put the 2 beads on, and then I took the one side, put it over here, and then I put the other bead in through this bead next to the end. And then I immediately put 2 more beads on. And I really don't want them to go the same direction, so I need to change mine around. I put them in wrong, of course. Let me fix this. That's going to drive me nuts until I do. Alright, fixed. So now that I got mine turned around, because I want to do red, black, red, black, red, black, red, black. I want to do them opposite. I think she's really going to like it. I haven't done anything like this. So The next one I'm going to put so you see how one's sticking out over here, one's sticking out over to the right. So since I started with this bead, I don't want to put it inside the N. I'm going to go to the one that's in between the N and the O, right in this bead. I don't know if I'm very good at making tutorials. Let me know in the comment section if I'm totally effing this up, or if you could actually learn how to do this by watching this. That was one thing that I did have kind of a difficult time in, was in my technical writing class in college. I was trying to I had to do directions, and I decided, well, I do canning, so why don't I just talk about the canning process? That was kind of hard, not gonna lie. Alright, so that's what I've got so far. Now that I've put it through the other letters, you see I got 2 rungs of my ladder. Now it's time to do another one. Alright, I gotta make sure I put the right one in there first. I'm going to do red first, and then black, because this is the one that I needed to change around last time. I'm doing every other one. I just need to remember the swirly bead is the one that goes first. The clear red one goes afterwards. So now, for sugar, I put it through S, I put it through G, and now I'm putting it through R. Right now, I would be listening to a video on YouTube myself. Alright, so now I've got 3 rungs to my ladder. So I'm going to pause this, I'm going to get further, maybe about halfway, show you guys what I got, continue on, and then end this video, and get on my way to go visit my friend and give all this to her. Alright, I went a little further than halfway. I went ahead and almost finished the darn thing. No sugar. I think it turned out cool. I have to take a picture before I freaking give it away. I just have to do one more ladder. One more rung. And it's the black first with the red last. Crisscross. Pull tight. That is the last rung. I think I did it backwards. At least I put on the wrong string or something. I don't know. Anyways, I need to do red first then. And then black. It's almost midnight, guys. I'm going to leave here right at midnight. I'm going to get at her house at like 1:30. But it is what it is. Alright, now I gotta get it into the very last thingamabob. One more. This is really tight at the end. It takes a lot of like making sure every rung is tight, filling, making sure everything's feeling good. Alright, and then to finish it off, you put the strings into the ones that you already started with. So you go right back into that very same ladder rung. I have to kind of pull on it a little bit to kind of pull it up so I can get the strings through, and you do crisscross on it as well. So don't forget to crisscross it. And then what I like to do is I like to go up one more rung so I can tie them off. So I'm going to go through another one that I've already gone through like once. I'm going to go through it twice. That way it is more secure. And then I will do one string through a third ladder and then just tie it off. Just one. Just on the third ladder, I only go one through, and I don't crisscross them. That way, I can have the strings on one side of the bracelet and tie it off for a lot cleaner tie, so it's not visible as compared to having like 4 or 5 different strings cut off, like I did on my first 2 or 3 bracelets. But I'm making things a lot better, cleaner looking. I'm going to show this through one more time around the underneath the bottom. Need those tweezers so I can have a really nice clean tie off. Come baby, come on through. Right, came through. Alright, that took me a long time to get this one done. It takes about an hour to do one of these cuffs, because it's picking out design, it's laying it out, getting the singles done, gluing all the knots. I did not glue any of the knots yet tonight. I'm going to actually see if the strings hold up. I'm going to see how she does with the no glue. I'm going to cut all the strings off, and we're going to be good to go. And I'm going to go back through and go cut the other strings off that are really hanging out. I lose them though, so that's why I leave them kind of a little bit long so I can come back to them so I can finish cutting them off. I usually also do that so I can see where I need to glue. And then after the glue sets, I will then I will go back and cut the strings off completely. But I'm strapped for time. I can't have this sit overnight with glue. So there we go. My no sugar cup for my friend. I'm going to product test it on the way over. I don't want to try and stretch it out too much because this is hers. But I really like it. That is Chronically Happy's Crafting Corner chat. And I hope you guys had a wonderful evening following me around and then also learning a ladder cuff. It's that easy. I just don't think I'm the best instructor. Go watch a tutorial if you really want to know. So, peace out.